4x7. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for that. I forgot to start recording, but let's move ahead in the interest of time. So reporting issues, the best practices on reporting issues to Luma support. It's a very important topic that I would like to go over with this audience, since I believe you guys are the ones from your practices who usually interact with Luma support. And I would like to use this space to share some best practices on how to do it, so we can make this experience better for both teams. So what we define as an issue on our side, something that is not working as it used to or as expected. So, and based on our internal experience and researches, these issues are often not happening to all your patients and resources. They're usually restricted to the resource level, to a provider, to a facility, to an appointment type. That's why it's so important for the Luma team to receive a complete report about the issue, describing the scenario affected by it, and how to better describe it. That's the main question. Always share a summary of the issue or simply what happened. Share patient information of the ones that got affected by it. Since Luma Health is HIPAA compliant, it's safe sharing patient name and date of birth in our support channels. Or if you want to go one step further, please share the patient URL, so finding them gets easier, and I'll be showing you guys how to do it. We'll be demonstrating how to find the patient URL. And also, please provide us information about the appointment. Always share the provider and facility names, the appointment type, and ultimately important, the appointment date and time. This information is crucial for us to figure out what's going on your end. So let's move ahead to the next slide. So I'd like to share an example of an incomplete and a complete report to show the difference between them. As you can see on the first example, it will be very hard to determine which patient didn't receive a message, because as I said, most of the times the issues are usually restricted to a specific scenario or setup. So now let's check the complete report. I'll give you guys 20 seconds to read through. Very small, but concise and very good. I think we're good enough to move ahead here. So as you can see, the second report is very complete. We have patient information, so we can easily determine the patient or patients that got affected by the issue. We also have a concise incident summary, so the patients didn't receive reminders. We also have the impact in the workflow. The patient was a no-show, so it affects revenue. So it's important for us having that information in order to better prioritize. Also, all of the appointment information. It was a stress test appointment that should happen like in 20 minutes with Dr. Bruce Wayne at Hayes Valley Health. So it's a very complete report. And by our internal researches, just by having all the information within the first communication, it speeds up ticket resolution time in a factor of days. So it's a very, very good practice. Let's move ahead. So now I'll be sharing about the channels and the best practices in each of them. First, and the simplest one, email. Getting support via email is pretty fast and simple. It's just a matter of emailing us at support@lumahealth.io, and a ticket will be generated. You should instantly receive an auto response in your inbox that the ticket got created. As a best practice, you should always send an email from the same email of your Luma Health account, because it will require you logging in to the help center after you inbound and after you receive any response on the ticket to see ticket content due to HIPAA, because that information should be safe inside our HIPAA compliant help center. And also always try describing the incident as best as possible based on the example that I provided in the previous section. Help center, another very good and easy channel to access. You can create a ticket from our help center, and I'll be running a quick demo after this slide. Our help center, in which you can also find 24/7 self-help with articles and videos broken down by feature areas, can be accessed from several different places in the product, from its URL or by clicking in the question mark on the top right of your main page, Luma. Nice best practices for this channel are like always setting the correct priority of the ticket and the correct product area. And also, as always, try describing the issue as best as possible. So I'll be running a very, very quick demo on how to create a support ticket to our team. Let me just organize my screens here. Okay, so can you guys see my screen and my Luma account here?
Yep.
Awesome. So in order to submit a ticket from your account, it's just a matter of clicking Help Center here in the question mark, and you'll be landing on it. So by clicking Submit a Ticket, you select Support Ticket, you move forward, you can add people to the CC field, and you can like always, you should always like set a concise subject like reminders, not sending tests. It will already give you the option to select from some related articles that might help you instead of creating a ticket. So it's always nice to take a look on these articles that are suggested. And here in the description, like test for office hours. Cool. I'll set a priority, put as a normal priority. And product area will be reminders. Cool. You can attach screenshots here or whatever, and just click on submit. You should receive an immediate email stating that you submitted the request, and our support team will be working on the ticket. Cool. Pretty simple, right? So let me go back to the presentation. So our other support channel is phone. So to contact us over phone is always very convenient. It's just a matter of calling our number, which is 415-741-3377, and dial option 2. And you'll be put on the phone queue that should be quickly answered. Best practices is always try calling us from the same number, so you can be identified the next time you call in. So it's easier for us to figure out from which practice you're calling from. It's always best for you to always call in from the same number, but if you didn't, we'll be identifying you and adding that number to your file. So if the queue is too long, this is also a very nice tip. You can leave a voice message at any time by pressing 1, and you can expect a callback within 1 hour. And you can also enjoy the fast response times. Moving to our last but not least channel, the brand new live chat. Love to present to you guys this new channel. It can be accessed directly from your Luma Health account in the chat widget in the bottom left corner. So as best practices, we just ask end users to try not switching tabs during chat so it doesn't automatically disconnect due to inactivity. And always please rate our service as often as you can. Like we are always glad to hear your thoughts about our work. So it's a very, very fast feature, new channel that you guys can use. So I'd like to also demonstrate to you, since I believe some of you in the audience never create a ticket from that channel. So I'll be also demoing that for you guys. One sec. Let me just push some buttons here on the vaccines. And I'll be having Francis help on that. So let me just adjust this here. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So can you guys see my screen again?
Yep.
Awesome. So if you click on the widget here, sometimes it will show chat if you had a previous session already, but it might show just help. So if you click on help and like, I need help with reminders, it will show the top results about reminders, but it will also give you the option of live chat. Cool, let's try it out. Oh, Francis, our rehearse is recorded here, but let's do it again. So let's see how it goes. I need help. Francis joined the chat. Let's see how fast it goes. Okay. I have this here, so I don't need to type everything. So, okay, same scenario. Patient Alfred didn't receive the reminders. So let's give Francis some time to invest. Let's see. You need some minutes to check this, okay? I'll wait. Francis, let's say that you spend like 2 minutes investigating this. I think that will do it, right? Let's type it again. Oh, hey there, just seen that Dr. Bruce Wayne is not enabled for reminders. Want me to enable it for you? Oh, that was it? Okay. Oh, didn't know that. Would you please do it? She did enable anything else? No, that would be all. Thanks again. Cool. Whenever you need assistance, please don't hesitate to reach support team and in my chat. But I would appreciate if you could take a moment to rate my service. Nice. Feedback is important to us. Thank you and have a great rest of your day. Sure thing. You can end this chat. Awesome. And I can rate Francis. Was nice and quick. Thank you. So I can rate Francis' work real quick. We rated the chat and then we can end it. Awesome. Very great, seamless experience. Very fast. Like based on our testings, like this exact same scenario would take like 5 minutes to be resolved. So It's a very, very quick channel. And I highly recommend you guys, if you never use it, to start using it again. Cool. To start using it. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation. Can you guys see the presentation?
Yep.
Cool. Oh, okay. So here's a summary of how fast the channels are on response times. And that, as you can see, the live channels as voice and chat are the go-to ones to address time-sensitive requests. And based on our internal researches, live channels tend to be 3 to 4 times faster in resolving an issue. So if you're not used to them, please give them a try. I think they will surely help you quite a lot. So now I'll be handing over the controls to Francis, and he'll be sharing 3 nice pro tips with you guys. Let me stop sharing.
All right, can you guys hear me and see my screen?
Sure thing, Francis.
Awesome, so I'll be going over a few pro tips. I'd say these are fairly common, support tickets that we receive. But the first thing I want to show you is actually how to view where your tickets are, and briefly giving you another way to create a ticket. So this will be your Luma dashboard right here. But if you click on the name, for example, Hayes Valley Health, you'll be able to click View Tickets. And then as you can see your current tickets over here. So they're open with the status. These are the ones that you have submitted. If you're logged in this tab, you'll be able to see which tickets you're CC'd on. So if a colleague of yours tags you, you'll be able to see that. And for organization requests, you'll be able to see all of the tickets in your org. But if you don't see these, if there's nothing in here, I would open up a support ticket letting us know, and we'll be able to configure that on our end. So pretty short and simple here on this screen, but I did want to say that you can submit a ticket here as well. So short and sweet. One thing I want to show you is, like I mentioned, it is a common request, and that is how to set up a new practice resource. So we have a lot of requests for adding new providers. So most of the time, the way that works is if you add that new provider in your EHR and there is a future appointment scheduled, and if it's within 1 week, we'll be able to catch that in the next 15-minute sync. If the appointment is booked out a little further out, we don't sync that out right away. But the way that you can enable that is if you go into mission control, this is where your settings live. You open up practice resources, and then you go to providers. So it'll work for any practice resource, but in this case, we'll go through providers. And then these are all of your visible providers over here. And when Luma syncs in new providers, they're automatically hidden and disabled. So what you need to do is change the filters. If you go to provider attributes, you could see these statuses right here. So we'll uncheck visible and then we'll select hidden. So these will show all the ones that you can't see. And for example, we have Doris demo kept. And what you need to do to make this provider visible, just click on it. And this right here, just click yes. And then you can save. And then she will be back over here. And then from here, you'll be able to enable which features you want for this particular provider. So we could go ahead and enable custom actions, feedback, referral, reminder, and scheduler. So pretty easy. I know that's a very common one. And the last pro tip I have for you all is how to set up a new user. So if you go over to Security Center, you could click on users, and pretty simple, add new user. So whenever someone needs access to Luma, they'll need an invitation first. So, and then you could put an email. I don't know. I still have a Yahoo, by the way, but this is very important on your end because we can do this on our side, but we're unsure of what provisioning you want for your staff. So it's good for you guys to, select if they want to be an admin, manager, or a sub account, and then also which features you want them to have. So, and then you can select the group here. They can be part of staff. And then all you need to do is hit save. So that is pretty easy. That's how you add a new user. And like I mentioned, these are the three common, one of the most common requests that we have. So just wanted to show you guys how to do that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Francis. Let me go back to sharing here. Desktop 2. Yes, this is the one. Can you guys see the pro tip slide?
Yep, can see your screen, Leo.
Awesome. So, demo pro tips. And I'll briefly talk about our premium support plans. We're looking forward to grant early access for some interested users into our premium support packages. And I'll be briefly explaining them to you guys. So quick summary of the plans with some highlights by level. Okay. We'll have a standard. We already have standard, but we will be having like professional and enterprise support levels as well. We'll provide faster response times in each level, and from extra hours of account maintenance and API support on the professional level to a dedicated support engineer and 24/7 by 365 support at the enterprise level, and much more. This is like a very, very quick summary. And for more information and pricing, Jeremy will be sharing a survey with you guys in chat, and we'll be also emailing you the survey so you can like answer the questions on it. And if you're interested on purchasing extra support, your CSM will be contacting you if you demonstrate an interest on that. So yeah, that'll be all. If you guys happen to have questions, I'll be more than glad to answer them. Let me check the chat first.
Thanks, Leo. I think, yeah, if you do have questions, feel free to put them in the chat and we can have Leo answer any questions that you have in regards to customer support. But again, thank you to Leo and Francis for taking us through that. I really love the chat feature, Leo. I think it's going to be super handy going forwards. We'll give you a few more seconds. Yeah, we're getting a few comments on the chat feature being really cool. Just last round for any questions. Okay, I think we're going to wrap up this office hours, but if you have got any questions, feel free to reach out to your customer success manager and they will happily answer any questions. And obviously, again, just big thanks to Leo and Francis and the technical support team for helping out and providing us with this month's office hours. So thank you everybody for coming today. and
Thank you all for